Yeah! What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Only One KDB, and I'm back with another video. In today's video, we got Gen Z is aging like milk. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like button for your boy. Hit that post notification bell so you can get notified when I drop another banger. Damn. We about to get to it. Let's get it, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button before we get started. I'm going to sit here and wait for y'all to hit that like button because y'all be stingy with the like button. Y'all never want to like the video. Like the video. It's right there. Alright, let's get it.
I am aging like milk, bro. This content creator, she's 25. Her entire comment section is just people saying that her skin looks horrible and she looks old. I'm scrolling through her page as I'm sitting down here, and then, like, my eyes shift focus to my reflection, which is actually what I'm looking at right now, my reflection in my phone case, and I see how I look right now, and I'm like, she thinks she looks bad. Oh my gosh, I'm 23, and I look like this lady's father.
Yikes.
23? Nigga, I thought you was 63. You talking about 23?
Oh my gosh, I'm 23, and I look like I could be this lady's father.
Yikes.
I'm 23, and it look like I'm 19. Bro, 23.
I'm not gonna lie, and I want to be as respectful as possible, but this guy right here definitely looks 10 to 15 years older than what he actually looks like. 23 is what he says he is. And I'm not entirely sure what's going on with his voice. I'm just gonna assume that's like a TikTok, Instagram voice filter or whatever, but Jesus, good God, what is going on? This man looks like he could definitely be 35, pushing 40 maybe. And I can honestly say, when I was 23, I looked nowhere near like this. And considering the fact in the image that we see right here on the screen, that all these people are literally Gen Zers, they're all in their early to mid 20s. It's just scary, actually. I'm not entirely sure what's going on, if there's something in the air, in the water, in the food, or all three of the above, but this is getting bad.
Do you want to hear their ages just for fun?
Yeah.
Okay, so Samantha is 26.
Oh.
And Nicole is 24.
Oh my god.
24? She look like she in her 40s, like no over exaggeration. Why they look so old? Are they getting some type of surgery that we don't know about? This is crazy.
Harriet is 24.
Oh my god.
And then Jess is 25.
Wow.
Honestly, the fact that a professional surgeon is that in shock at what he just saw
He a surgeon?
speaks volumes.
What's going on? Also, new addition. What's up with these guys? These little hooks on the end of my ears, these little elf ears. People always used to say that I had elf ears in elementary school. Not because of these are new. It's like they're coming to fruition because of things spoken about me in past times. What's going on here? Anyway, wow, I'm 23 and I look like I have gray hair. Just in this light, but
Yeah, so some advice for this guy, definitely grow out your hair. The short hair is definitely contributing to the fact that you're already blonde and the sun is piercing your scalp, which is making it look so transparent and making you look like you're balder than you actually are. Also, possibly maybe gain some weight, get a nice skincare routine to, you know, help with the fine lines and wrinkles. Guys, also wear sunscreen. I know there's this new trend, this new fad where people want to sun gaze and they want to be in the sun for hours a day with a UV index of 9+, but just realize that is aging you rapidly, that is destroying your skin cells, that is potentially contributing to potential skin cancer.
Oh, if you sun gaze, that's why they be looking like that, because they be in the sun 24/7. If you sun gaze, your skin going to become messed up and you going to start to look older. I ain't know that. See, you learn something new every day, man. I had no idea. So Illuminati be sun gazing. That's probably who they be watching. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue.
Yeah, sure, cool. The sun is good for you, you know, depending on the pigmentation of your skin, an hour or two per day over the course of the day of sunlight is perfectly fine, but just staying for hours on end in the sun will definitely do more harm than good. Somebody in the comment section though said, I feel so bad. I first thought, and I quote, no, you look great, not old at all, until you said you were 23. I don't even want to say what I thought. Yikes.
Well, not realize how old y'all motherfuckers over like 30 look?
So I'm almost 40. I'm almost 40 years old. But who cares how old we look? Like, why are we arguing about this? Like, why can't we all just get along, have a good time? Because there are way worse things that we could all be
Right.
piss off about.
Agreed, but blame it on Gen Zers or the younger part of Gen Z, because they will literally, as soon as you turn 21, 22, 23, call you unk. Literally, there's this new trend with the younger part of Gen Z calling people in their 20s unk. And not because, you know, they may have a sibling or a sister or brother who had a child, right? That type of uncle, right? Technically speaking, you're an uncle if one of your siblings have a baby. You
Yeah.
could be an uncle at 12 or 13 years old. I was an uncle at 10. But no, they're actually using this
Fun fact, I was an uncle before I was actually born. Crazy, right?
term unk, which is shortened for uncle, as a slur to basically call you old. And honestly, this already tells me that when Gen Z all reach their 30s and 40s, there's going to be a hell of a lot of midlife crises out here, because apparently these people are afraid of aging.
I feel like I'm the only Gen Z who knows like how bizarre y'all are when it comes to age. Like, y'all are really weird about it. Like you really got 23-year-olds acting like a 28-year-old is old. And they be like, oh my God, you look so young.
Yeah, 28 ain't old. When you in your 20s, like, I don't consider you old. Like, I say you consider old, to me, in my opinion, when you get that 38, 39-ish, when you get around that, I'm like, all right, you getting up there type shit. But I don't think 28 old. 28 ain't nowhere near old. But yeah, let's continue.
They're 28. Am I missing something? Like, what's wrong with my generation? Like, it is genuinely scaring me. Like even 18-year-olds to 20-year-olds, you guys act like they're fucking old. What is going on?
I think there's a lot of immaturity and arrested development going on for Gen Z, because like we're the generation where, especially if you were born after 2005, where you literally grew up with technology. You're iPad kids, right? You grew up with a fucking social media.
Like, iPad kids, bro. Them iPad kids is the craziest kids I've ever seen. Like, bro, it's almost like they come out the womb knowing how to work technology. Bro, it's mind-boggling. Like, you just hand them your phone when they 11 months or 1 year or 2 years old, and they automatically know how to work technology. It's the craziest shit I ever seen in my life. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I wasn't born after 2005. It's crazy. I was born in 2002. You get what I'm saying? Imagine, bro, I'm so mad. Imagine the people that was born in 2013. Them people is in high school right now, and GTA 5 is still not out. I mean, GTA 6. I said GTA 5. See, GTA got me all my bad. Let's continue. That's the
device at the tip of your fingers, and you grew up in a very superficial, shallow world where everything's like fast fashion, materialistic, focused on your looks. And you grew up in a society where nobody prepared you to grow up or become an adult. In fact, we live in a society where people want to infantilize grown adults, 18, 19, 20, 21, calling them kids and children. Like, excuse me, by the time you're 16, you should be well on your way to be preparing for college or getting your first job, being on the road, driving, preparing yourself as a young man or young lady for adulthood. That is the age when let's be honest here. If you murder someone, you're going to jail, adult jail, prison. You're also, believe it or not, whether you think it's good or bad, that would typically be the age range for a lot of World War II vets who were sent off to fight for this country. The founding fathers were like in their early 20s, 20, 21, 22, 23, the people who founded this country. But the fact that now we live in a day and age where...
I ain't gonna lie, chat, they sent me off to go fight in the army. I'm taking the jail sentence. I'm taking the Muhammad Ali route. What's the jail sentence, sir? Give me the jail sentence, whatever. I got a year in jail, 2 years. I'm going to jail. There's no, I'm taking jail.
Just being infantilized and treated like
prison,
genuine kids is probably contributing to the reason for why Gen Z is so weird about age and don't want to grow up and are afraid of getting older.
What is going on? Like, why are you calling people in their 20s unks? Am I going crazy? Y'all are weird. Y'all are very, very weird when it comes to age. Like, honestly, like, do you, like, is it like the mid-ages? Like, is it medieval times? Are you guys really gonna die in your 30s? Y'all realize we live up to 100, right?
I'll say this. People think everything is old until they actually get to that age and realize, holy shit, I'm actually still trying to figure my life out. You know, a lot of people are in their mid-30s and still don't know what the hell they're doing with their own lives. I will say, though, although this may not technically be a word, this type of cringe-ass ageism needs to stop. Let's be honest. All right? Calling somebody in their mid-20s, especially in Gen Z, somebody in in their 20s unk because you think they're old. It's just like actually retarded. Back in the day, unk was reserved for people who were 40 years old and above. Let's be honest here. People 40s, 50s, that's who we called unk, OG. So if you're out here unironically, aside from the memes, calling someone unk or OG and that person is in their 20s, then you need to seek help. And honestly, again, maybe part of the reason for why Gen Z is calling other Gen Zers unk is because a lot of Gen Zers are just aging horribly.
Somebody explain to me why this generation of 30 to 40 year olds look like they're in their 20s, but the 20 year olds look like they're in their 40s. Is everyone going to be okay?
If you are of a generation that is watching the UV index like it's the stock market, y'all are gonna get burned. When you pair that with the misinformation that sunscreen causes cancer, it take a genius to figure out that you're going to age faster. UV exposure is undeniably one of the highest risks for premature aging. If you need further proof, look at this twin study. This twin, tanning. This twin, sun protection. Next theory is the vaping epidemic. Millennials are the generation between cigarettes and vaping. We didn't put any of that into our body because smoking is absolutely going to age you like milk. It breaks down collagen, it breaks down elastin, gives you smoker's lung.
Hey, you hear that? Smokers out there, the people that be vaping and stuff, smoking them cigarettes. If you smoking them cigarettes, get away from me, bro. There's no way. Smoking cigarettes is nuts. Like, that's beyond crazy. Like, you damn near borderline a psychopath in my eyes. If you smoking a cig, yeah, you gotta get away from me. But yeah, you hear that, smokers? This is why I look how I look. You know, I don't smoke. I don't do nothing. I just be chilling. Bro, this is the second time I almost fell out my chair. But let's continue, man. Y'all gotta stop smoking them cigarettes, man. It's aging. I mean, you aging like crazy, man. You 24 years old, but you look like you 54 years old. You get me? You gotta stop that stuff, man.
Makes you look 10 times older. And would you believe me if I told you these people were in their 20s? More and more people are starting to get Botox and filler at a younger age. And not only can that make us look weird, but it can also age us significantly. Whether or not millennials look younger and Gen Z looks older, I don't really know. The key message here is wear your freaking SPF, don't touch vaping or smoking with a 10-foot pole, go easy on the Botox and filler.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from the dermatologist herself, where I think she's a cosmetic whatever, someone who does like chemical peels and whatnot. You heard it from her. All right. Not wearing your SPF, vaping, which I heard recently that vaping can be more dangerous than smoking, not because of the particular ingredients, but because it's more easily accessible and you do it more because, you know, the smell, it vaporizes, it quickly dissipates, and apparently the usage is so intense within younger populations with the amount of vape that people vape that it's becoming as worse, or if not more worse than actual cigarettes, which is kind of crazy to think about. But ladies and gentlemen, I think this is a strange psychological phenomena. I think it's multifaceted. I think with the rapid infantilization that Gen Z had to go through, the arrested development, the shitty diets, the shitty foods, the shitty water supply, all the toxins and chemicals we put in our bodies, the lack of movement, the social media addiction, the sleep deprivation, again, the food supply being tainted with apparently over 8 to 10,000 chemicals in our food supply, whereas Europe has like less than 2,000. Yeah. And then on top of that, certain health gurus on YouTube telling people like to go outside without any sun protection because that's the masculine and manly thing to do. Listen, I fell for that trap a couple years ago, and boy, I tell you, by the end of the summer, the back of my neck was literally like peeling, like from sun damage. It was actually cracked. Legitimately, the skin on the back of my neck was cracked and peeling from the amount of sun damage it had. It was terrible. I never experienced anything like that a day in my life. And also, I'm not sure about the exercise levels of Gen Z. I think Gen Z overall, in comparison to previous generations, are definitely less physically fit and less physically active, and less exercise contributes largely to the overall aging of your body. That in combination with a whole bunch of, you know, cosmetic surgeries that some people in Gen Z get that do more harm than good. I mean, it's like a death by 1,000 cuts. So genuinely speaking, as a Gen Zer who grew up with inadequacies in my diet, social media addiction for a while, lack of physical movement, of which I've definitely completely turned around, as you can see here on my Instagram stories. Follow me on IG, by the way. I can tell you, as a person who's been on both sides of these lifestyle changes, I'm like 1,000% more happy where I am right now than where I was a couple years ago. So honestly, if you're Gen Z Z or Gen Alpha, Millennial, Boomer, Gen X, or whatever the hell, like just get out there, exercise, eat healthy, you know, get vitamin D. The sun is cool, but don't do too much, you know. Get your omega-3 fatty acids, your vitamin D capsules. Eat protein. Meat is actually good for you. Liver, pretty good for you. If you can, try to get between 5 and 10,000 steps per day. Try to, you know, get as much sleep as possible, between 7 and 8 hours. Drink water. I know a lot of people do not like water, but it's good for you. If you can, try to limit your amount of microplastics. Microplastics are horrible for the human body.
What the hell is that?
And we've done a lot of plastic pollution, which is like now catching up to us. Literally has decreased fertility in both men and women, and I believe has contributed to cancer. But yeah, overall, eat clean food, drink water, breathe air, sleep properly, lift weights, and you won't have to look like you're pushing 40 years old while you're literally still in your 20s. Anyway, though, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you have any other videos.
Yeah, man. Y'all heard what he said, man. Eat grass and live good. Hashtag it. Eat grass and live good. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. If y'all enjoyed that reaction video, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Put them vape pens down. Get in the gym and eat healthy. Stop eating McDonald's every week. And yeah, man, you should be good. Put on that sunscreen too. Well, it's getting cold now. You ain't gonna need no sunscreen. It's cold in the motherfucker. But anyway, I'm out of here, man.